title a couple of times, but it's every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to go ahead and hit the live button and wait to start live streaming. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. My name is Jess. If you're just hopping in, I'm a part-time reseller. Sell across a million, well, not a million. Sometimes it feels like that. I sell across several platforms, and I have a weekly show where I dedicate a portion to ThredUp, reselling news, and then I highlight my weekly sales, and we just kind of stay active in the chat. So if you are with me, please hop in the chat and say hello and what your evening plans are today, which the dates are important with reseller news. Today is March 4th, 2021. I just got notification that I sold something that was a ThredUp reclaim. It's an activewear brand. It's called Soybu, Soybu, and I had heard, I think from Nicole State, maybe last year, that it was a decent brand, and I found an athleisure dress, and athleisure dresses generally do pretty well, and so I picked it up and couldn't sell it for probably 6 months, sent it into ThredUp, and never sold, reclaimed, finally sold it for a whopping $15 plus shipping, so yay. But my cost of goods was really like $1.50. Okay, so I'm gonna hop right into it. Okay, ThredUp. So last week I kind of explained the whole ThredUp news update with reclaiming your items. Before, you could use your reward points to reclaim items to get the free shipping. Otherwise, it's $5.99 for your bundle, and you can get like up to 35 items to reclaim. So that rolled out last week, and I talked with customer service, and they had told me that there was a workaround where if you buy an item off of their website, you can add the reclaim items onto that and get essentially free shipping. It didn't work. I went to Instagram and shared my experience, and to help anybody out that I could. And I had probably at least a handful of people try it out, and they said that they couldn't get it to work. I had one person say they got it to work, and so I don't know if they misunderstood and they actually paid or what the issue is. However, I'm going to kind of explain how they did it. So in a previous video of mine, I made a specific video for the ThredUp update, and go into my ThredUp playlist and watch that video to understand the update that rolled out last week. Unannounced, right? So the new update I guess I have for you this week is that somebody said that they had went to ThredUp's website and they purchased an item and paid the regular $5.99 for that one item, and then they checked out. But then when you go to shipping, there's an option for the bundle and save, where if you make any purchases within the 7 days, it like lags your shipping, but you can buy more items for the one shipping costs. Hopefully I'm saying this all correctly. It's a little confusing. And she said she purchased the item first and then clicked the bundle and save within 7 days option and checked out. And then she went and reclaimed her items, and she said so far so good. So we'll see, because my goodness, my cat is crazy. Are you serious? She's trying to climb up a ring light. Okay. And so I don't know, because like I said, quite a few other people said that they didn't. Hi, Ellie. Thanks for saying hi. And then a lot of people said that they couldn't get it to work and they were really frustrated. And I totally feel you on that. I currently had, I think, 3 or 4 kits go live within the last week. And I kind of did, I think I did a video last week about one of them. I'm going to share with you guys what has sold, what's like reserved, and keep in mind, I actually got paid out for one item, which is super weird because that person just bought it last week and I got a whole payout of 75 cents. And so I'm guessing the person was like really close to ThredUp, but even if they got it, I don't know, it was like super weird. I don't know if they lost it, but okay. Anyways, let's get to it. So yes, I have had probably 8 sales with the 3 kits I have sent, but most of those were my children's clothing that I had previously thrifted. I don't really buy retail for clothes for my kids. And so I got paid out like 50 cents, 75 cents, maybe $1 for these kids' clothes. And I'm going to show you what those were and any other sales I've had, which are very few, from these kits, because all my other kits had timed out and I'd reclaimed. So I'm kind of just starting over to see if this is even an option. And yes, the whole change with the reclaim fee has really kind of thrown a wrench in it, because it wouldn't let me. Okay, so Hello Bethel is telling me that she actually was experiencing the same issue with being charged for the reclaim shipping back in January, because it was only brought to my attention last week, but it could have been very well the previous month. But people weren't, the reselling community is not utilizing ThredUp near as much, especially reclaiming, and so maybe that's it. Okay, so sorry, I just kind of like lost track of my thought. There is, aside from sales, I'm going to hop over and share my screen with you guys. There is actually a new update on their website that I'm not sure if you know about. And so even if you're a seller or if you are a buyer, this may interest you. So I wanted to share it. So I'm going to hop on over and show you guys the update for ThredUp on their website, okay? So bear with me 1 second. We're going to go into the vortex before we head on over. Okay, so here we go. If you go to ThredUp's main page, you will see up here where it says Style Icons New. Because it said the word new, I'm like, what's this? I want to click on it. So you click on it, and it is handpicked curations, also coveted closets. It reminds me a lot kind of Poshmark, realistically. Like, that's what I feel like it is. So you can follow these people that are apparently ThredUp stylists. And I'm curious, like, what their background is. And there's different genres. And so I'm going to go over this with you. So much easier to show you guys than for me to try to explain it in words. So I do like how they have curated closets, because a lot of times people like certain styles and they don't necessarily know the terminology to use. So this is very easy to understand. And so here it shows the number of followers, and it describes the description for their kind of style. And you will see certain followers. Okay, so we'll go under edgy, sporty, and trendy. I looked through a couple of these closets, and almost everything, I've seen everything is sold out but one item. And granted, they only have like 12 items so far, but do you see the followers? And so I don't know if this just dropped today or yesterday. I haven't been on their website, their actual website, for a few days. But anyways, let me know in the chat, did you guys know about this feature? Or comment down below if you're watching this later. I just found it very interesting. And let's see if I can go to her profile. Does she have an actual profile? No, you can't click it. All you can do is click follow. We'll click follow and see. Okay. You can stay up to date with the recently added items, and you can be notified. So when they drop. So I'm guessing if one of your items gets pulled for this like closet collection, I'm guessing it would sell within seconds. Just my opinion. Okay. So that's what I had to show you. I'm also going to hop on over and share with you my kits and what has sold. These are my new kits that went live last week. And as with anybody, I'm starting from scratch pretty much with ThredUp to see if, originally I was just going to use it as liquidation, but if I get like free inventory or super cheap inventory and I'm confident that I think it could sell, I may send it. But right now I'm just sending them reclaims pretty much, or like my kids' clothes. Okay, so I have 2 accounts with ThredUp. I have a main account, and then when they were putting limits on how many bags or kits you could get, I opened a second account in my husband's name, which technically is against policy. So just throwing that out there. But I don't necessarily follow all the rules, as I don't think ThredUp does either. So I'm going to open up these kits and show you. So that one was processed on, okay, so that one has technically been up for like a week and a half. So I'm going to show you, something's wrong here. I must have clicked on the wrong thing. Let's try it again. Oh, you know what? So in the other browser, I have open, we'll try this. I have opened my other account. So we'll see if I can open up this one. Okay, yep. Okay, so here is my kit. This one, I believe I marked things up. So I had 25 items listed, and this one is the one I was kind of bold and brave with. And if these items don't sell, I'm not going to reclaim them, that I believe, because these are things I don't typically sell on my own. Like, yeah, or older inventory. So, okay, I take that back. I am going to reclaim technically because I did purposely purchase the Michael by Michael Kors dress for a whopping $3. So I will pay the reclaim fee to reclaim this kit if it's within the 7 days of each other. So yeah, BCBG, Max Azria dresses and jackets still do price well. You can see my payout percentages. I'm trying to think. I did max out the Cachet cocktail dress because for some reason I've had really great luck with Cachet. The brand is, I believe, discontinued. Let me know in the chat if I'm saying that incorrectly, but I'm pretty sure they went bankrupt like years ago. But people, they must have a good following because the pieces I have sent into ThredUp have sold for near full price. But yeah, these are just items, old inventory, things I previously got for ThredUp that I really don't want, except for I'll probably try to get the Pendleton and the Michael by Michael Kors back. Everything else I honestly don't really care about. So yes, nothing has sold in this kit because, like I said, I was pretty aggressive with my pricing. I think that's the only kit. Sorry, just cover the camera for a second. I think that's the only kit. Yeah. So I have one kit that's waiting to process, I think on the 8th. Yeah, well, it's estimated it will be the 8th. Okay, so let's try to show you the kit that actually sold 7 items, which is pretty good. I think I might have sold an extra item. I may have to relog in. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to have to, yeah, it's not going to work out for you or for me. But yeah, so I guess we'll have to move on, and I will go on with other resale news. I'm going to open it up and switch it on over. Okay, so let me open up the live chat, see if you guys have any questions. Okay, so yeah, using all of your points. If you're shopping for yourself personally, they do have great deals, like especially around certain holidays. They have, you know, the coupons and stuff like that. So that's when I would probably buy personally, but you can still find things to buy on ThredUp and flip. And I know people have made videos on like finding purses that are misbranded. Like I know somebody found a Chloe bag that was put under unbranded or unassorted brands. And you simply just do like a Google image search, or you can use Google Lens, I believe. So okay, yes, or buy the clothes to resell. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, ThredUp, a good place to sell kids' clothing. I honestly don't think I've sent in Gap. What are some other like good ones? Like nothing high end. I haven't sent in like Bowden or Crew Cuts or anything like that, but I only got like $1 for some really cute clothes that I could have sold and gotten for probably like $10. So it's just up to you. I just wanted to see my kids' clothes go out the door, and I didn't really have anything invested. I probably broke even with what I got paid out with ThredUp, so it's okay. Yes, okay, so Jules, thanks for joining. If you are a reseller, or if you just like to thrift, Jules just started an awesome YouTube channel. You should go find her. Jules, she's live in the chat, and go subscribe because she has an amazing energy and I love watching her. So, okay, also, yes, Tom, thank you for being my MVP as always. Okay, so where was I going with this? Yeah, the kids' clothes I would probably sell yourself. But if you would rather if you're going to donate them to Goodwill, go ahead and send them to ThredUp. But if you're going to donate, I would recommend not getting return assurance because I did. And I didn't mean to. It was an old bag. And I never changed, because I think it was also expedited and I meant to send it with regular processing. But you have to consider all those fees, and so even though I sold 7 items so far, I'm still in the negative, so keep that in mind. Oh, no problem. Okay, moving on to other reselling news. I was trying to think, I always go platform by platform, and I was a little bit more organized today and have my handy dandy notepad. Yes, I have kids and I watch a lot of Blue's Clues. Sorry. So yeah, also a note with ThredUp, you can currently not get a kit. They are temporarily unavailable. If you go to their website, not everybody. Now, I've been told that if you are a newer seller, that you can actually get a kit, but I hoarded ThredUp bags when you could request several, and I still have probably at least 5 in my drawer just sitting there, not sure if I'll use them or not, but because I know some people are having difficulty not actually being able to get a bag or even print a label. So just throwing that out there. I also have not heard any updates with another warehouse opening. I know you guys, I shared with you a few weeks ago that there was a warehouse that closed in Illinois and 200 people were going to be unemployed. And so we were wondering where ThredUp was going to buy a new warehouse. I'm assuming they're looking for a bigger place to better suit their needs. So when I hear something, I will let you guys know. Okay. Shipping fees. Every year they go up across pretty much every single platform. The only one I have not noticed that's not technically a platform is pirateship.com. And I think their fees will eventually go up as it's just kind of expected. But I believe, was it Mercari's? Darylyn, I know you shared this on Instagram. I believe Mercari's went up this last week. And I think was it Facebook, or did Facebook go up last month? I can't keep them straight. But yeah, so make sure you pay attention to your shipping fees, especially if you're doing free shipping. You want to always take into consideration the weight. And I had somebody tag me in a post today. They are a new seller on Mercari, and used it today. And I wanted to make sure that you guys know, with Poshmark, everything up to 5 pounds is standard flat rate shipping of $7.45. Now, if you're with eBay, then you would know how to weigh your items for Mercari. But if you're not an eBay seller and you jump to Mercari, you need to make sure, because people run into this issue. And when I was a first time seller, I think I ate a shipping cost a couple times. You need to weigh your item, considering you need to weigh it up a little bit. So, for instance, if you are selling a shirt and it is 8.4 ounces, you need to round that up to 9 ounces for the poly mailer and the label. Also, if it's breakable and you need to wrap it with bubble wrap, or to put it in 2 boxes, you need to take into consideration the weight of the box, which is usually 8 ounces, and if it's a thick, bigger box, up to 1 pound. So you need to pre-weigh your items, and what I do is I pre-pack my items, realistically. That way I know it's ready to go, I can just grab it, and my weights will always be accurate. So, okay. Anyways, away from shipping, have you guys jumped on any new platforms this week? I know a lot of people are trying to find something to replace their ThredUp, and I have not heard from a large audience on Instagram of a place. And so, have you guys found one? I would still like to use, and I think I'm going to start this summer. We have a local consignment shop, and I actually used to take my personal wardrobe there because I've thrifted my whole life, and so my wardrobe was always constantly changing, and I would take in and make like $100 a month at a consignment store. And obviously with the pandemic, people aren't out, especially here in Illinois, people aren't out that much. And so I figured by summertime, all the at-risk people that have wanted the vaccine will have had it and hopefully be protected. So I think people will feel more comfortable to be out in public. I know it varies by region and stuff, but anyways, I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole because this is a reselling channel, and I know I do like to kind of go off on little tangents. So I am going to think of any other updates this week. I don't think so. Now, you guys I've previously told you that eBay has, as of February 22nd, you had to change your required like identifiers in eBay. And at first it said I had like maybe 12 listings, and now I think I'm up to 60. It keeps adding like day by day how many required listings. And so the other day I think I updated about 15, but I need to go back in because I've been told that if there is something required in your listing that is not added after February 22nd, that listing is hidden. So just if you're an eBay seller, make note of that. You'll see it on your seller hub on the app right when you log in, and also on your desktop. So, well, it's tangent before I get on to my weekly sales or sales highlights. I switched to 7UP Zero because I'm trying to live a healthier lifestyle and not drink dark soda, but we had pizza tonight. I am not like super strict because I know if I get super strict, then it'll all go out the window. I just eat in moderation. And I'm working out like 5 times a week. Some of those workouts are super intense, doing like Les Mills and some other stuff. So anyways, I also want to draw attention to, I guess it's not even in frame. I have to sit on a pillow so you guys can see. I got my sweatshirt. It is Time and True, which is Walmart brand. I got it thrifted because I'm even too cheap to pay Walmart prices. But I love this color. It's like it kind of has like a vintage wash. But this necklace is from J. Crew. It's like a statement necklace. I used to wear a lot of these when, like 10 years ago? I'm more into simple, like layered chains right now. But I wanted to show you guys this because I got a ThredUp rescue box for jewelry. As you know, they do not sell jewelry on their website. And so I got their 14-piece lot for, it was kind of expensive for me. It's $44, and I got, 14 pieces. They were all individually bagged. I have not done a video on it yet. I will probably in the next few days, but I just wanted to show you guys. It's very springy with like white, baby pink, and is that baby blue? With some rhinestones set in, yeah, on the gold chain. So I had to wear it and show you guys. All right, so yes, okay. I met with a trainer last week at the gym I go to, and I had told him that I had switched to 7UP Zero, and yes, there is aspartame in it, and aspartame can actually attach onto your neurons and damage them, which, if you're not familiar with neurons, you need to look it up. It's like your nerves. Anyways, I don't want to go down that hole either, but my dad actually has had health issues, and he had to give up anything with aspartame in it because it damages your neurons long term. So yes, I feel like I'm kind of using this 7UP as a crutch. I eventually want to get a soda stream and make my own healthier soda with less sugar and no aspartame in it, but at the moment I have not bought a soda stream. If you have, and you have had luck with making your own healthier soda, please let me know in the comments or the chat, because that's something I haven't explored yet, but it's something I want to get into. Okay, yes, now I'm going to go, so I have found a sugar replacement. It is monk fruit, and I think I mentioned it was last week, and so monk fruit is similar to stevia. I just use it in my coffee, and it tastes just like sugar. I'm not sure. I heard stevia is kind of like an acquired taste, and I'm kind of picky. But I found something that works for me. I just haven't made my own soda yet, but I do want to try it out in the near future. Okay, so yes, springtime is almost here. We're getting a little tease right here in Illinois. It's been almost 50, if not a little above 50. And was it last week? We were like 0 degrees. So huge change. Now I'm going to hop on over. I am going to show you highlights of my sales. They have been at a pretty low. I have been getting Goodwill blue boxes, which I don't think I discussed last week, but I've been getting Goodwill blue boxes, ThredUp rescue boxes, and so I have been processing and listing those, and they have been like $10 to $20 sales. And so I have been making those sales, but I'm not going to show you everything. It's pretty boring. Nothing, that you guys should know about. I'll probably show you a few of them, but my overall gross income, I think, is lower because I'm listing all these items that I would not be picking up at a thrift store, but I've already paid for it, so I might as well just list it. So now, if you have any questions, I will get to them when I return from switching over to my screen share because I can't see the live chat when I am showing you my sales. So we are going to go back into the vortex for a second, and then I will hop on over and show you my sales. Okay, we will go platform by platform. All right, so here we are. This is an item I got in a Goodwill blue box for like a denim box. And so I think I was into it $2, no, I don't know, $2 to $3. And Savan, it's like an older gentleman's brand, but they're cargo shorts. Cargo shorts are decent and they have an elastic waist, which some older gentlemen do like. Now, if you know, over here under seller information, my eBay store, it's Cargill Collection. I put all my store names down in the description below under my videos, so you can always go and check those out. I don't think I have the direct links currently, but if you note, my feedback went from 100%, which has been 100% for a long time, went down to 99.5%, and I never explained why. I'll just be brief. I sold a single Prada shoe to a gentleman, and I have had it canceled twice before because people can't read and they think that they're getting a pair of Prada shoes for $20. No, it's just one. Got it at the bins. I couldn't leave it behind. It's a beautiful like black dress shoe. And so I sold it to him, I think, for like $18 plus shipping. I messaged him immediately after he purchased and said, hey, just want to make sure that you saw the picture and read the description and that it is only one shoe. Please let me know before I ship. I waited like the 1 or 2 days maximum. He never responded, so I just went and shipped it. I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. So then he opened up a return case and said that the shoe did not fit. Now, under eBay, I do not offer free returns, and I do not offer returns through eBay unless it's item not as described. And so I actually declined the return, which probably was the first, maybe second time ever I've done that in the 5 years on eBay. And when he opened up the return case, he said that the shoe did not fit and that he had tried reaching out to me to cancel the sale and I did not respond, which is complete BS. If he escalated it, since I declined the return, I would totally open up my messages and let them know, like, hey, he did not respond. So he went ahead and left me a negative feedback. I'm like, it is what it is. It's not a huge deal. I'm just going to move on. But that's my experience with a recent negative feedback that dropped me down below 100%. Okay, now here, this was in a recent haul of mine that I actually got listed. And so this is an idea of you to think outside the box. Okay, so I saw this in a local thrift store for $3. It was up by the border in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Badgers collegiate stuff sells well. So I picked it up for $3. It was stamped on the bottom like Baltimore or something that had been made in the USA. People look for made in the USA items. So I believed it was from the 90s, great condition. And so it's actually a popcorn tin. There is a sticker on the inside lid that I will show you. It won't let me scroll over. There it is. Okay, so here it's showing you the sticker that it is a popcorn tin. So if you look the popcorn tins up, they don't go for like, what, $15? but if you think about it, the size of this is perfect. It's 11 inches by 10 inches. It's perfect for like a man cave or an office for like paper waste. So I listed this as a trash can, and it has handles, so it would be great. The lid is obviously removable, and it sold for $40 full price within probably a week of listing, if not less. Yeah, and under the description, I did put originally a popcorn tin, just so they saw that. Okay, moving on. This item was a Goodwill Blue Box sale that was a 10 for 10, so I have $1 invested into this blouse. It was new with tags. It was a beautiful color. It was plus size, great style. It sold within like a week of listing for $15, and this was an item where you go with your gut. There were no sold comps on this blouse, but I knew color, style, and size had it sell. So there you go, $15, and then buyer paid for shipping. The next item we have is a vintage toy that I actually initially got to resell. It's like 90s, reminded me a lot of like the Matchbox towns. I forget what they're called, but there's collectors out there for those. This one actually had a functioning car wash. My husband put it together, put all the stickers on it, and it actually, you can put your Matchbox cars through it, through like a pulley system, and it will squirt water. It's pretty sweet. However, my kids played with it for maybe a day, and it sat there the rest of the time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sell it. I did have it for sale for about 6 months. It went on sale, but it sold for $40, and I paid probably $1 or $2 for it. So, another reason where if there's no comps, as long as it's not a flooded market, like if there's 5 listed and you go to comps and 0 have sold, obviously the sell-through rate is crap, but this had nothing when I searched for sale or comps, so I went ahead and grabbed it for the low cost of goods. Okay, next we have Precious Moments. Now, Precious Moments back in the 90s had a huge following. I'm sure there is still a following, but it was expensive. And I have had this for sale for probably 18 months, and I was about gave up on it. It's actually a nightlight and then a plug-in nightlight, and they're very cute, very like it's Noah's Ark, great condition. However, people just obviously it's not a hot item. I'm not sure. I have changed up the pictures, like before I had it on, when it was not lit up. Anyways, finally sold for $25. I did pay $5 for it, but I still made a profit. Next, we have a mini skirt. Leather always sells for me. Mini skirts also are really great. Like the mini skirt schoolgirl, great. Another good keyword. If this was an actual real short skirt that looked like schoolgirls, I always put like role play, cosplay. It's huge. If you're not on TikTok, there's a lot of it there. Okay, next we're moving on to Poshmark, which my name there is Basic to Bougie. Here, I really did not want to take less than 30. I sold this top for 25. I think I paid like streaming. Okay, so there's probably going to be a lag. My streaming software stopped for a second, so I'm just going to switch back over to my live and make sure I'm still on. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. So where was I? Oh, my kids' shoes. Here we go. Okay, so these are all my kids' shoes. I think the only pair I paid retail for were the Paw Patrol shoes, and my kid got their use out of them. I think both of my kids wore those, actually. And so I had all these shoes. The other ones were all thrifted. So I probably broke even. I think those shoes were like $25. So the other shoes I thrifted, I had all these listed for $40. They've been up for probably 3 months. And someone sent me an offer for $30, and I took it. Okay. My Poshmark has been very, very slow. I have a VA, and I'm still making profit, but I'm paying $25 a week. And I know a lot of it is I'm just not listing because I've been going to the gym. I've been with my kids more, so it's okay. All right, a Threadup reclaim. I tried selling this wrap dress for a year. Typically, wrap dresses do well, even if it's not a popular brand. However, for some reason, this one didn't. I don't know if it's because it's like a plain, boring gray or what, but ThredUp Reclaim, finally sold it for $15. I had it listed for $25. Someone offered me $15 and I will take it. Okay, here is a shirt that came out of my Goodwill Blue Box, my Y2K streetwear box. Had 20 pieces in it and I was pretty disappointed. Again, if you're interested in that, you can go watch the video linked in my playlist. I think I put it up last week. Excuse me. And when I first pulled up this shirt, I was like, oh, it's got a cool graphic. You know, it's got skeletons and it's a tarot card reading, which I'm not really into, but I did look it up and learn a little bit about that. You can get the shirt new for $30 directly off their website, and there was a small paint mark on the front. So somebody sent me an offer for, I think it got marked down to $12, and someone sent me an offer for $11. So they got it for $1 cheaper than what it was listed. And the Y2K pieces, I think I had, when I divided it all down, because I couldn't even sell some of those. I couldn't sell 4 of those items. 4 out of the 20 I couldn't even sell because they were so nasty. So I had $3 and like almost 20 cents in each item. So with this, I just made a couple bucks, but whatever. Lesson learned. Okay, here's a great sale. Now, I do not like personally buying cameras and lenses, specifically lenses in the thrift, because I've done it before and somebody returned it because there was a scratch on the lens or there was debris in the lens. I'm not into photography. I don't know much about it. However, my mother-in-law gave this to me to sell. She was very gracious and she took this on many trips from like Grand Canyon to Yellowstone and took gorgeous pictures on it over the years. And, you know, obviously it's a film camera, and I put it up on all of the platforms and it sold on Etsy for, it doesn't show you the price, but it sold for $150. And then the buyer paid $20 in shipping. For some reason, this was an item I didn't pack. I thought that it would sell locally because I sold tons of cameras over this last year locally, but it didn't. So I did not have it packaged. I wasn't for sure what it would cost to ship, but the lenses are pretty big and they were heavy. So I charged $20 in shipping just to cover my butt in case it went to like the West Coast. But I'm in Illinois, so shipping really isn't that bad wherever I go. So I always ship through Pirate Ship, and I only paid $10 in shipping, so I actually made $10 from the shipping fee that they paid. But you know, I use bubble wrap and I make sure it's carefully wrapped, and it takes extra time to do that, so time is money. All right, so that is probably my best sale for the week, which like I said was $150. Now, I have talked previously about shopthrilling.com. I've been listing all of my ThredUp reclaims recently and cheap rescue box stuff. So I have not been listing any vintage, and it's showing because I'm not selling vintage. I'm not selling. I think I've sold 2 things on this website in the last month, maybe 3. But here we have an item that I got at the bins probably two years ago, and this style is highly sought after, but these are teenage size 4.5, so they are a small size. Really cute embroidery of the peace sign, heart, and angel wings. I did have these priced probably too high. I started around 100 and they got marked down I think to $75, and they sold $75. I got them at the bins, and I paid less than $3 for them, so that's okay by me. Now we're going to switch over to Facebook Marketplace. I usually get lower sales there. And I'm only showing you my highlights. I sell things from like $8 to $15. Those don't bring me joy. So, and a lot of these sales actually don't bring me joy. Sorry, that was the wrong thing. Okay. Here we have Michael by Michael Kors flats, and for some reason, this brand gets tons of views on Facebook. I've had so many people asking if I would take less, but I have had these listed on my actual eBay store for a long time, like at least 6 months, and put them on Facebook Marketplace 2 weeks ago, and they sold for $25. I am into these for $3, and they do show wear on the toes. I cleaned them up a little bit, but they're like driving moccasins, I guess is what you call them. See that? They do show wear on the leather, so they weren't in the greatest condition. And you can get these at Marshall's for like, what, $40? I mean, they're not that expensive. Okay, the next item. Okay, these are, sorry, these are actually my old music books. If you don't know, I was a band geek and I played clarinet for several years. And here are my old books. Are these my clarinet books? Yeah, I also played the piano, but these are my old clarinet books. I'm like, you know what? They need to go. Find a new home. So they did. $15. I had them listed for probably 4 to 6 weeks. And that was all I had for my sales. Now I'm gonna go back into the vortex and switch my screens over and see if you guys had any questions. I've been on for 40 minutes. I've talked very fast today. I hope you guys have caught everything that I've gone over because it's been a lot. Okay, where's my YouTube channel? There I am. Okay, so thank you all for sticking with me. I only have 3 likes. If you are I know I have more than 3 people in my chat. Please give me a like. It helps the algorithm and it bumps me up in searches. So people that haven't heard of my show or my channel, it just kind of helps me out. I'm just kind of, oh, hi, Gino. Thanks for watching. I know a lot of this doesn't really apply because I talked a lot about ThredUp today, a little bit more than I normally do. I've usually just briefly touch on it. But how are your guys' sales this week? I am anxious for the stimulus check, although who knows when we're going to actually receive it. But also, if you're a seasoned seller, then you know that people are going to be getting their tax return soon, and they're going to be wanting to spend their money. In March is usually one of my best months, if not my best month of the whole year. And here we are, it's March 4th. And so I need to get my butt into gear and list more so I can make more sales because usually this month is really good. No. Okay, and yes, I really was hoping somebody would reach out on LinkedIn. I don't really get on LinkedIn a whole lot, so I don't have very many connections. I had a few people share it for me that have more connections, but I have not had anybody reach out. So what Anne is talking about is, I think, was it 1 or 2 weeks ago, I had let you guys know that I had been trying to have like an informal interview with a ThredUp employee from the Vernon Hills warehouse, just to kind of like get their scoop on it. And I think we all want to talk to an employee and kind of get the inside details about what really goes on. So no, I haven't. I'm guessing if I do, it would be anonymous, but hopefully somebody comes forward because that would be awesome. I would love to share everything with you guys. Yeah. Okay, so previously we talked about soda and healthier soda. I have tried sparkling water. I think it tastes like soda water. It's absolutely disgusting. I can hardly even swallow it. So I really wish I could switch to that. So I guess I could try maybe lemon lime flavors because the ones I've tried before were somebody else's drink. So I could try lemon lime, but I just think it would taste like soda water. Like, gross. No, leather. Okay, and leather sells year round for me. It's always trending as like a classic staple piece year after year. Like I sell vintage leather, I sell modern leather. Just make sure it's actual leather and not polyurethane. And if you do buy polyurethane, look closely because like the top coat on it is known to flake or scratch off. So I am getting a Goodwill Blue Box jewelry box tomorrow. It's 5 pounds of jewelry. I've already gotten one and it was pretty good. I did a long like hour-and-a-half video on that. But I've been listing some of it. I think I listed it this morning and yesterday. Some pieces are decent. There was actually like some silver and some somewhat desirable pieces in there. But the one that I'm waiting to get tomorrow, I bought 2 weeks ago. Like tomorrow, it'll be 2 weeks. So I got it, and I also got the Y2K box at the same time. I never received a tracking number like a week after I purchased the box, but I got a tracking number on my Y2K box. So Goodwill is known for like overselling their boxes because people buy too many and they don't have enough in stock. It's happened to me before and I had to get refunded. So I thought, crap, they must have ran out of boxes. So I contacted customer support, and he said that if my box doesn't ship by like last Friday, so it would have been like a week for them to get my box ready and then ship it. But apparently this box I'm getting is coming from the east or from the west coast. It's coming from California. So I'm hoping that means like it's better stuff. I don't know. But shipping delays. How are you doing with shipping? Because I'm still having everything super delayed. I ordered some fake press-on nails like 3 weeks ago, and I just received them. And they were shipped 3 weeks ago. First class mail. And I don't know. I also, which reminds me, I also got a ThredUp reclaim that I don't think I ever reclaimed. And I went back into my orders. It wasn't there. I went back into my kits. But I did previously send it in a long time ago. So I found that really weird. Yeah, so I do like lemon flavor. I'm not going to give up. Yeah, I'll try some sparkling water, but just a healthier lifestyle is what I'm going for. I still eat chocolate. I still eat out probably once a week. I'm just doing it in moderation. I'm wanting to stay healthy. I'm not looking to drop a quick 5 pounds. I want it to be for the long haul. So, that's why I'm not like putting so much pressure on myself. But anyways, thank you all for sticking with me. I don't have any other news except for before I started, so I've been working out for like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I was in this huge slump, like I would almost say depression, but not quite depression. Maybe seasonal depression. Maybe, I don't know. And just like with this whole COVID thing, I've been very distant. I don't see my family, and I'm really close to my family, so it's been hard. A friend, like an old friend of mine, reached out and, mentioned going to the Y, and so I got a membership, and I will tell you guys, it's like, I don't know, it's just the natural chemicals in my body. It feels so good to be active and have energy and feel good about myself and to get into shape. So, all right, well, thank you all for your recommendations on healthier water and sugar options. I do appreciate that because, I don't know much about it, and so I'm always loving to learn. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. I know about half of you that watch my videos are not subscribed, and it's free. Also, if you are subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell because when I go live or post a new video, you'll be notified on your phone. So, look for that. And I know I haven't posted like a new video this week, except for today, but I'll hopefully get better into it and be uploading more content for you guys. But I hope you guys are staying safe. Don't forget to like my video on your way out, and have a great weekend and a Thrift Delicious day. All right, bye everyone.